the horror movie is not something that people who don't have a relationship with him do. Okay, so this isn't what your dad's going to do. It's not where your guests are going to do. That's your responsibility. Okay? Because they don't have the opposite end of the good stuff always that with him. So we don't want to scare him off people, but you can let him know that's not good behavior. So yeah, 9. You're going to go over, get the towel, wherever it is. Okay. Now, some people are funny, they have like 1 or 2 towels. Place it. What you don't do is do it again. Don't do that. So I love using my sister's cats as an example. Because cat does what cat does, you know, furniture. And then she's like, no, knock it off. And she goes and grabs the squirt bottle. And she goes, so a couple of repetitions of that, and then a couple where she went, no, don't do it. And then she went, where's that squirt bottle? And then she went, grab it. And she went, don't do it. And the cat went, oh. So it's not my behaviour. It's not you. It's the bottle. Yeah. So she said this to me, and this is how I know. She goes, and she leaves it, and she sits, and I go, what's that for? And she's like, oh, when Lily sees the bottle, she doesn't scratch my furniture. And I'm like, oh, so this is a traffic officer going speed. And she was like, pretty much. And I went, okay. So I was there for a little bit. I thought, I just want to try something. It's not my cat. So I heard, and I looked over, and I went, Lily, don't do that, like, well, Chucky, whatever his name is, like, Chucky, I think it's Chucky. I was like, and he went, and I went, but he didn't see the bottle. And he went, what the hell? You could see it in his face. I don't see the bottle. And then I heard him and I went, So as I'm walking, right, I'm standing, and he goes, you didn't see the bottle. Or me! And he went, what the hell? So he did learn after a while that, when a Reza tells me to stop it, I need to stop it. But obviously if it doesn't happen when I'm not there, he goes, oh, it's a Reza. Yeah. So yeah, no, don't be naughty and take prisoners. Yes. So if you teach your dog through process of elimination, it's the object. So the reason why we're not teaching him it's the object is because we say it and then we pay it. But it's a penalty. So he links the words with his behaviour, and then he goes, oh, it's me. Okay, got it. So we're giving him opportunities to chew and eat and play and dissect and, you know, bitey and whatever, but it's not on me, because you don't want that, you know. And he has to understand the contrast. So it's not about hurting him, because I get that response all the time when I do this horror movie, and people are like, what? And I'm like, either that or this, or he gets put down later down the line. So I always tell people, if you're not going to discipline him, society will. You're a lot harsher than I am, and you, because we can be proportional. I mean, it was like this, right? So
you can see that he was not being hurt.
I mean,
he's hurting.
And he would still be like,
he's hurting me more than we're hurting him by biting me. Like,
that's right, and it's not pleasant, because you're going to tolerate until the day you snap, and then you will be disproportionate, like, right? I've only hit Ziva 3 times in my life, in her life, sorry, before she was 4. When she was a pup like that, so I was working on the whole bitey thing, and then one day she got me on my nose and I went slap, like bitch slap. And she went, oh.
Yeah, he bit me on the chin the other day and I pushed him down. I don't know if
I would slap.
I think I was holding him and I was like,
yeah. So that was the one. And then she got me again when she was like 8 months or something. I think she got a bit over aroused and she bit me on my nose again, so I went bitch slap. And the other time I can't even remember what she did. And she learned. She was like, oh, sorry. But it's not about necessarily the penalty always, because it's got to be valuable and it's got to make sense to the dog. So first we create clarity, behavior consequence. So we do that with our markers. And like, well, Henny's doing it, you're doing it, I'm doing it, Talia's doing it. And he's like, look, everyone's doing it. Oh, maybe it's me. What am I doing? Not who I am. It's not, oh, I'm Harvey, so everyone hates me. That's not what we do. It's the behavior. Then it's about, the, you know, like risk versus reward kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, gee, I really like biting. Is it worth it?
Mm-hmm.
And if it is, that's usually when penalties don't work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's one staffy, they give him a timeout, and then he goes, no worries, I'll go recharge my batteries to bite again. And I went, well, it's not working, it's not making an effort. So it's like, you spent again, $5 speeding ticket. You spent it $5 speeding ticket. And you're like, but if you met me, if I was a police officer, and I got you, I'd be like, what's the maximum I can give you? I'll give you 1,500. And you'll be like, whoa! I'm not a millionaire! And I'm like, well, if I catch you every time and get 1,500 speeding ticket, you'd stop, won't you? Unfortunately, speeding tickets are the worst example because they get so inconsistent.
Yeah. But the point stands.
Point stands. I tell you, you'll go like, maybe I shouldn't speed. And if I pop out of nowhere, like, poof, you know, like, there's no camera, there's no uniform, it's just poof.
I actually think if I got a $1,500 speeding ticket, I would stop speeding.
Only for a little while until you
I'm
get
pretty
caught
bad
again.
at speeding.
Yeah. But so the point is, it
terrible
must be
speeder.
valuable to you. Like
Yeah.
the penalty and what you're trying to get out of it, there must be some like, ooh, that's not worth it. And unfortunately, there's a thing that says, you know, you got to be cruel to be kind. The way I see it is, let's be cruel in a short run so we can be kind in the long run, because I know where this ends. I had one of those dogs, and I'm telling you, if I was not as strict on my family and if I was not as consistent and figuring out what works for her and making her understand, she would have been a terrorist. I mean, her nickname at work was Demon. I kid you not. Like, people go, Demon's coming in, and everyone's like, while I was teaching her. But once she was taught, they were like, oh, better. So that's what you want. You want a Harvey that you're like, oh, are you ready? And he's like, where's that toy? Like that.